is the video for worksheet 3-2 for the class Discovering Pre-Algebra. In this particular worksheet, we're going to be discovering integers. So you'll see I have the answer to the first 6 because the others are more verbal confirmation that you understand what's going on. So I'm going to kind of talk through those. So just take a minute, pause, and make sure that you got the first 6 questions right. And then we'll get started on 7 through 15. All right, so remember that a negative and a positive make a negative answer with multiplication division. Remember back to our model of turning multiplication into repetitive addition. Okay, so this one has to have a negative answer. This one has 2 different signs, so it has to have a negative answer. This one and this one all should have negative answers because they have different signs. Remember back to us turning into addition. We didn't do anything with our division, but we looked at the skill by first turning our multiplication back to addition. And then all you do is simply multiply. 2 times 3 is 6, so a negative 6. 10 times 17 is 170, so a negative 170. 5 divided into 25 is 5, and it's going to be negative. This is going to be a fraction because 4 can only divide into 5 a half of a time, and that's going to be negative. Now these other ones are positives, because they both have the same sign. These two, okay, they have the same sign. It goes to positive. So then I just multiply my numbers. 6 times 42 is 254, and 2 divided into 10 is 5. All right, so let's take a look at these conceptual problems. A football team lost 5 yards on each of the 3 plays. Explain how you could use a number line to find the team's change in field position after 3 plays. So each play, they are losing 3 points. So if I had a number line, because of room, I'm going to draw it this way. And let's say I just started at 15. Doesn't say what yardage I started at. Each play, so let me make them different colors. Play 1, I'm going to be down 5 yards. So I'm going to be at the 10-yard down line. This is play 1. All right. Play number 2, I'm going to be down another 5 yards. So now I'm at the 5-yard line, right? Because I decreased 5 yards. So now I'm at P2. My play 2 is at 5 yards. My third play, I'm going to decrease another 5 yards, which is going to put me at 0 on the number line. So 0 yardage by play 3. So what was my change? How much did I decrease over the 3 plays? Well, I went from 15 to 0. So I went negative 15 on the number line. Temperature drops 2 degrees every hour for 6 hours. I'm dropping, so I know this is negative. And I'm dropping 2 degrees every hour for 6 hours. What was the total number of degrees and temperature change? So let's say I started off at 60 degrees. Well, in hour 1, I'm going to be at 58. Hour 2, I'm going to be at 56. Then 54. 1, 2, 3 hours. Hour 4, I'm going to be at 52. Hour 5 at 50. And hour 6 at 48. So if I look at that, I changed 12 degrees. I dropped 12 degrees in temperature over 6 hours. Another way I could have done that is 2 hours times the 6 hours will give me 12. And I know I'm dropping, so dropping is a negative, okay? The price of 1 share of Acme Company declines, so it's a -5, declines $5 per day for 4 days in a row. So every day it's going to drop $5. This time I'm not going to do it visually, I'm going to do it algebraically. So each day, well, I can do this quicker. I can do this by using repetitive multiplication. A negative and a positive is going to give me a negative, and it's 20. Why is the 4 not negative? Well, because I can't have negative days. Does that make sense to have negative days? No, no, I can't say it drops for negative 4 days. It didn't happen then because time cannot go negative, okay? So 4 is positive, the 5 is negative. A mountain climber climbs down a cliff 50 feet at a time. So I'm going down, I'm going negative 50 feet. He did these 5 times in one day. What was his overall change in his elevation? So he did it 5 times, okay? Because I would have to add 55 times, or I could do it quicker by multiplication. And it's going to be, he decreased, he went down 250 feet. Clara made Cara made 4 of her truck payments. The fined late fees and was fined late fees. The total change to his savings from the late fees was $50. How much was that one? Okay, Cara made 4 of her, and then I changed to his. Man, I didn't write this very well. Cara made 4 of her truck payments late, so 4 of them, and was fined late fees. The total charge to her savings from late fees was negative 40. How much was on late fees? So if it was 4 payments, then I divide this into 4 because I need how much for each payment. Well, it's negative 40, so I was charged negative $10 on each late fee. Jan received 22 points on her exam. She got 11 questions wrong out of 50 questions. How much was Jan penalized for each question? Again, we have to divide because she got 22 points off. That means it's a 22 points, negative 22. That's how much she got off. And she got 11 of them out of 50 wrong. So for each one of these 11 wrong points, if I divide it into there, she got negative 2. She got minus 2 points for every question she got wrong. Okay? All right, Alan's score in a video game was changed by 75 points because he missed some target. He got 15 points for every missed target. How many targets did he miss? Okay, so he got negative 75, and he gets negative 15 for each target. Okay, so look, this time I have 2 negatives because 75 is how much he got negative points, and he gets negative 15 points for every missed target. So they're both negative numbers. So they're going to give us a positive number. So let's see, 15 goes into 75 5 times. So 5 targets. And this makes sense because, and hold on, 2 point. Yeah, I should always put my units. Because we can't have negative targets, right? It doesn't make sense to say he got marked off for negative targets. That means they didn't exist, right? They were not in existence. So targets need to be a positive number. Louisa's saving changed by $9 each time she goes bowling. In all, it changed by 99 during the summer. How many times did she go bowling in the summer? So she had a decrease of $99 to her savings. And each time she goes to the bowling alley, it's a negative $9 to her savings. So if I divide those to figure out how much it is each time, it's 11. And she went 11 times. And would that be a negative number? No, because that goes back to that whole time thing we were talking about. Time cannot go negative. So it makes sense that both should be negative numbers because it brings us back to positive. How is the process of dividing integers similar to the process of multiplying integers? Well, they both follow the same rules. Two negatives, well, two same signs, let's say same signs, equal a positive. Two different signs equal a negative. All right. Okay, so that is this worksheet. This is worksheet 3-2. Keep doing it till you feel like you understand it. And I will see you in class.